Did you know that braces are political? I just realized that this weekend. I finally got braces installed after 5 years of realizing that because I have a severe overbite and I have crowding in the bottom of my teeth, which is common for people as you get older, that I had to just bite the bullet and get it done. I was biting inside my mouth and was causing I don't want to get into the details. And how is braces political is that during my journey to get these braces, my dentist had given me a referral, and that referral said I was a candidate for Invisalign, but that it would have been better if I just got metal braces because I had so much crowding, and he recommended that 2 to 4 teeth get removed. I was like, I don't want my teeth to get removed. I understand the process, but that's not what I'm interested in. I would like to go to my grave with all of my teeth if possible. So let me get a second opinion. I got a second opinion. That person also told me I might need to get a couple of teeth removed as well. Not liking that, I finally went to a black dentist, and the black dentist was like, "No, we can do this." I didn't get it done immediately. It's been 4, 5, 6 years after that because life, a lot of other things going on. But ultimately, recently, I my son got a new dentist, and I went to that practice. And at that practice, there was a Nigerian dentist. And when I explained to him my apprehension about getting braces finally, but wanting a consultation because of all the crowding and the issues related to crowding, he said that, oh no, yes, when we go to dentist school and orthodontic school, there's a standard. The standard is based on the European face, European model, European facial features. He says that African people, our phenotype anthropologically is that we have a certain projection that's just nature unique to our just body and our features. And so that though they say that in orthodontic school, you have to look at the individual person and look at the race. And this is why it's political, because a lot of the anti-DI things that the Trump administration is doing is based on the belief that we shouldn't look at race. We shouldn't look at things differences. However, because this man is African and he probably sees his sister, his aunt, his niece, whatever in me, he's aware of those differences and acknowledging those differences. And his experience being a black man is important. And so when you have policies to say, well, we're going to make sure we get more people opportunity, so we get more folks in here because they're serving. The United States is made up, is multicultural. It's not one, the model, the standard for one does not fit all. So it's really important that the service providers are also reflective and representative of the people they're going to be serving. And to the extent that there's policies that enable that and open up pipelines, that's important. I think the fear is that since they've been opened up these pipelines, they've seen people who are brilliant, who get the opportunity. With the opportunity, they hone in on it, they're getting jobs, and they're saying that people are not qualified, but that's just anecdotally just saying sort of stuff like that. Because a lot of us know that you have to be twice as hard as the person who's non-black in the same position in order to succeed or do well anywhere. That's something we just know, that's a common thing. So it's political because they're trying to stop that progress. It's the fear of people having access, the wanting to maintain mediocrity, and this thing called word of mouth recruiting. Essentially, when I just tell you and friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, the issue with word of mouth recruiting is that means the same people in the same circles are going to get the opportunity. It's never going to go outside until you force an organization or an agency or internal thing, say we're going to look outside. That was the whole thing with Target, looking out and looking for black vendors, or making sure they had on Pride Month, they had inclusive cover to make sure it's serving other people. So when you remove that anti-DI that Target capitulated to, Walmart, Amazon, all those other institutions that said, okay, sure, and there's lots of them that continue on. They're essentially saying all those years of us realizing the importance of service providers and service and opportunities being open for all. We now, because we have a racist, sexist, xenophobe in office, we're now going to abandon all of those to appease them rather than stand our ground and says, no, you know what, we're just going to just take whatever comes to us. Even though we're a corporation, will take that. And the reason why that's important is because so many other corporations chose that route. So the ones who did not, they're getting boycotted. They're realizing the effect of it. And at some point on the other side of this, when Trump is out, they're going to have to face face the music. They're facing the music already. They're going to have people say, you know what, you abandoned us. You abandoned what we thought you stood for a racist, curmudgeon, xenophobe idiot. And that's not good. So that's my essay, how I learned that braces are political. So I got the top ones done. In a month, I'm going to do the bottom. It was an interesting day for me because I have anxiety, and I decided also to get my tragus and my